Hi, welcome back to Jeff Stimson's Poker Vlog. In this episode, we have our very first meetup game out in LA, California, along with fellow vloggers Happy Face Hold'em, Think Blue Poker, and Fish Poker. Along the way, as we were advertising this game, other vloggers joined us, like Close to Broke Poker and Doug McCusker out of Sacramento. So we had a really good time, and you know what, let's just get right into it. Here we are, Larry Flint's Lucky Lady Casino. Hope we see you at the next meetup game. Alright, what's going on, guys? We're getting ready to go over to the vloggers game. We had to stop for some food. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Lucky Lady, get our games going. Looked out Pocket Aces, and we raised up on the button. No one's gonna believe you have Pocket Aces on the button. Raised up 25, get a few callers, 3 callers. It doesn't matter, his Pocket Eights, our Aces hold up. Very next hand, Pocket Aces again.
First hand, already been raised. All right. Under the gun, raised to 15. U.G. +1 calls. I called. Got my left. All in for 300. Interesting.
We go ahead and make the fold, as does everybody else. We're not going to get it all in on the very first hand with just pocket sixes. But the vlog game has begun, and here we go. Okay, in this hand here, we're under the gun +1. Under the gun is already raised up to $15. This is a buddy of mine. He plays pretty aggressively, likes to apply pressure from any position, and honestly can be doing it within 2 cards. We look down at Ace-10, and we're going to go ahead and make the call here. And it folds all the way around. Go to a flop of 10-4 deuce. My buddy, of course, is going to put out a C-bet, puts out $25. He could easily have paired the 10 here, so I'm going to raise it up here. If he does have a 10, maybe he'll come along. We have the best kicker here. And then again, like I said, he could be playing any 2 cards in this position, so he could very easily be going away. But I don't want him to get lucky on the turn, hit a king or a queen, and then my hand is no good. So we're going to at least go ahead and make him pay for catching that next card, and we raise it up to $75. But he thinks for a second before making the fold, and we take down a good-sized pot. Okay, this next hand we join in progress, and I narrate from the felt directly.
415 in the time. Alright. Gonna raise a 15, 2 callers. I'm at 75 from the small blind. And a caller from the original raiser.
Stole my play, Jack. Stole my play.
Oh,
I was gonna do.
but you had your chance already. You called on your chance. You missed your chance. Hang on, with my first act, I'm all in. Woo!
A Homeothian darkly.
We're all in.
So I move all in as the flop is just coming out. I haven't seen it, but I move all in the dark for my last 110. After seeing the flop of Queen 6-10, my opponent makes the call. Turn is a jack, river is a deuce. I show my kings, and he flips over King Jack. So he flop open-ended straight draw. Take down a good-sized pot here.
Alright, so I missed the beginning of that because Chuck had my phone.
I queen 10 suited.
2 kings.
Everything else, I queen 10 suited. But if he's calling queen 7.
In the next hand, I'm in the cutoff, and it folds around to me. I look down at Ace-King. I go ahead and make a raise up to $15. Folds to the small blind, who makes the call, and the big blind folds. And we're off to a flop of Ace, Ace, 8. Small blind checks. I go ahead and put out a bet of $15 again. I'm hoping to extract some value out of like flush draws, middle to high pairs, or even some weaker aces. Small blind's been playing pretty straightforward, and for him to call a raise pre-flop, out of position, feel like he should have the middle to high pair or an ace is probably the more likely of hands. And he ends up calling pretty quickly. The turn is a 5 of spades, and once again the small blind checks. For as quickly as he called the flop bet, I feel like he definitely does have an ace here. So I'm going to bet a little bit bigger, and I put out $60. And looking very comfortable, the small blind makes the call, slides the chips in. The river is a 6 of hearts. One more time, the small blind checks. Feels like he thinks he's trapping me here. I go ahead and announce.
I'm on.
What's up?
All in.
I call.
And a call.
Oh.
This is with the king
Sounds about
kicker.
Reload.
He quickly makes the call. Kind of a cooler. Ace-king versus ace-queen suited. And we take it down. In this hand, I look down at ace-queen suited. The straddle is on, and there's been a raise up to $27. Now, the two players to my right have been ultra aggressive this whole time and really driving the action. So I can't just call here, and because he could be playing with any two cards. If I just do a 3x raise, he's still going to call. So I'm going to put some pressure on him. So we're going to make a raise up to $115. A little out of the box, but I want to go ahead and apply pressure back on this player. It folds back around to him. He folds and makes an exclamation of
5x? 5x?
But it works out okay. We take down the pot, and I think we set up some things for later.
Straddle, 6 to call. Raise to 30.
Okay, in this hand, we put the straddle out on the gun. Folds all the way to the small blind, who raises up to $30. And he's the one that's been making the comments in the last couple of hands. Big blind makes the call. And we look at a 5-6 offsuit. We're going to go ahead and make this call here. There's a lot of money in the pot. And these two particular players could be playing with anything. The flop comes out 5 ace deuce. So small blind bets out here. And with the big blind behind him who's been playing pretty aggressive just like him, I don't know if he would actually bet out if he hit his ace here, knowing that the big blind would definitely bet out regardless of what he's holding. So I think he would slow play a little bit just to get money put in the pot. Big blind folds.
How much is it?
65.
I call.
The turn is a queen, and he checks this time. So really can't put him on any kind of ace here whatsoever. And the fact that I quickly called the 65 probably gave him the impression that maybe I do. I'm just going to go ahead and check here. I feel if I had an ace, I would, just to try to get him to bet one more time on the river and extract some more money from him. I feel this is my best chance at probably getting him to check the river and possibly just taking it down with a pair of 5s. The river is an 8. He checks. We go ahead and flip over our cards. We show our pair of 5s. He looks at the board for a minute, seems to be a little disbelief, and mucks his cards. We take it down. Okay, this next hand we're in a bomb pot, which basically means everybody puts in a bet pre-flop without looking at their cards. We go straight to the flop, and then we look at our cards and continue action from there. So we have 7 players at the table currently. We all decide on a $15 bomb pot. So there's 105 in the middle. I'm on the button. Flop comes out, Jack 4-6. It checks all the way around to the cutoff, who puts out a bet of $35. We look at our hand finally, and we see that we have flopped 2 pair with a jack and a 6. The $35 bet is kind of small in relation to the pot. There are 2 to a straight out there with 7 players in the hand, something I kind of want to protect against. So we go ahead and make a raise right now, and we bet 105, 3 times the cutoff's bet. It folds back to him, and he makes the fold, and we go ahead and take that down.
All right, we're going to do a mid-session update right here at the table. The game's been great. We've now opened up to 4 full tables, so I think a little better than what we were expecting. So this is good. Action's been great. I think we're getting ready to rotate tables here shortly, so we can all get a chance to play with everybody. But so far, yeah, it's been great. Meeting some great people.
So we have Doug McCusker. Please check out his channel. He came all the way from Sacramento for our meetup game here, so check him out. Give him some love. And we'll put his description, everything down in the link below. Hey guys, we're here, Lucky Lady. Met Will here. He's got the fedora. I got to get him in the shot. I was playing at his table earlier. Had a great time. How's it going tonight, Will? You doing good?
I'm down about $1,000.
Down about, yeah, that one big hand.
That one big hand.
Set of kings. All right, check. All right, fold, or whatever. I don't know what I had, but I just folded aces probably. I folded blind.
Yeah, it's more important to talk to Will here.
Set of
So.
queen, kings, flop King Jack 7, turned to 9, he had Queen 10.
Oh, and you guys got it all. That was a big. I was there for that one.
Yeah.
You were to my right, you was to my left, and then he left like shortly after, I think. So.
Yeah, I think he lasted like 5 hands. And
Ouch.
was gone.
He didn't play many hands. That was unfortunate.
But yeah, he walked away with $2,000.
Yeah. Well, it's been great. Your attitude's great. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming out. I hope to see you again out here.
All right.
Pleasure, man. Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. Okay, guys. Hey, we're out here in Gardena at the Lady Luck meetup game, and we run into Close to Broke. Kieran sitting at my table. This was great. We got that logo in there. Close to Broke.
Gotta get it.
Y'all, I know you're all subscribing to him already. You know his channel, but hey, join us out here. We had a great time. Go ahead. You know what? Tell them about your details, man.
If you guys haven't checked me out already, my name is Kieran. I'm a part of Close to Broke. If you guys want to subscribe, I'm sure he'll figure out where to put that. But it's pretty easy. Close to Broke. Thank you for having me on this channel. I hope to see you guys there.
And it definitely wasn't Close to Broke tonight. Did it all right, right?
I lost money. I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I have to give back. The point is to give back to the community.
We had a good
appreciate
time.
you guys.
This was a fun time. You know what,
thankful for you
Gardena,
guys.
you guys did great. You hosted a wonderful game.
I think 8 people, 8 tables.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Tim, Foreman, fantastic job. So
Come
if you
here
get out
if you
here,
haven't.
check it out. All right, guys, we'll see you at the tables. So we got an all-in and a call.
You checking already? Man, that's a tell.
We're off to a river.
Deuce 7.
Heads up in a bomb pot. He's all in. Got a roof with all-in player. You flop 2 pair with a 9 and a 2. That's a bomb pot hand, folks. That's going to make the vlog, sir.
I need it.
All right. Can I put you in the vlog? Can I put you in the vlog? All right. There we go. Now, he just won that bomb pot hand there. What's your name? Gonzo? All right, Gonzo's sticking on 9 deuce.
9 deuce.
Beautiful. I love it. That's why we do bomb pots. And he's back in the game. Look at that. So after 2 hours of play, buying for 300, I'm sitting a little over 900, and we're moving to our second table of the night. And this table just couldn't get much of anything going. We had these few hands here where I was able to win small pots, including the bomb pot there in the end with a 10-3 of clubs. And win a small pot. Couldn't get too crazy as 4 clubs were on the board. But beyond that, not a whole lot. And just forced a few hands here and there, trying to play just because I wanted to play with the vlog watchers. So really forced a lot of hands. And we end up down about 200 on this table over 2 hours before moving to our third table of the night. All right, we just moved to a new table. We've got a straddle on. 25.
Re-race. 80 total.
So after sitting for 2 hours, not getting many hands, what a table change. Looking down at pocket queens with a straddle and a raise in front of us. We go ahead and make it $80 to go. The blinds both fold, the straddler folds, and the original raiser thinks for a minute and just makes the call. So this feels like good news. I'm assuming aces would probably re-raise me here. Maybe kings even as well, but hard to say. I don't know this player, and again, first hand of this table. The flop comes out 9-10 jack with 2 hearts. Now, before I've even looked down, I've only been looking at the original raiser. And he gives all the telltale signs of a huge hand when he kind of looks down at his chips really quick and back up at the middle of the table and then back his chips and says all in. So it does kind of feel like it could be aces or kings here. However, I haven't opened it as straight draw. Hopefully it is aces, not kings, so I'm not losing 2 outs. And I make the quick call. I have him covered. The turn is a 7. River's a 3. No more help. I turn over my queens, and he indeed does show pocket aces. So it looks like I helped Chuck from Happy Face hold him out here because this was his seat. We just switched tables. So I just saved him $300. Chuck, you owe me a meal.
Good hand, sir. 215.
13 more.
This next hand here, we started the recording a little bit late, but we're on the button, the straddle is on, it folds to us, and we look down at a beautiful pocket pair of aces. We're going to raise this up to $25. Much to my surprise, however, small blind makes the call, the big blind makes the call, and the straddler makes the call. So we have 100 in the middle, and we're off to a flop of deuce 5-9. Now, usually I'm going to love to see a deuce and a 5 out there, but there are 2 hearts, small straight draw, which doesn't bother me too much, and the small blind immediately bets out $60. Good size bet into a $100 pot, and the big blind quickly makes the call. Now, the end of the gun straddler folds, which is a little bit of a relief, but I still don't want to go up multi-ways here to a turn and river with my pocket aces, especially not even holding the ace of hearts. So we'll go ahead and make a raise up to $260. This will effectively put the small blind all in and be about half the stack of the big blind. Immediately the small blind goes all in, and the big blind resigns to being behind, shows an 8-9 of clubs, and mucks his cards. The dealer makes the pot right, and the small blind has a total of 183, so we get a little bit of a rebate back. I show my aces. He says he needs runner hearts or to hit his set. Turn the river of both threes. We have aces up, and he shows pocket eights. So one of his eights was taken by the big blind. That was unfortunate he showed that because small blind knew he was down to just the one out. We take on a nice sized pot there. Very next hand, I'm in the cutoff. The hand is already being dealt, and I'm still stacking chips from that last pocket aces hand. What a good feeling. It folds around to the hijack, who makes a raise up to $20. And we look at our hand, we stop stacking our chips for a minute, and lo and behold, pocket rockets once again. I make a raise up to $70, and I continue to stack my chips. The button folds, the blinds fold, it goes back to the original raiser. I have to hurry up and move the chips out of the way so I can show the camera my good fortune. And he asks,
How much is it?
70.
70? All in.
Call.
Wow, again? Aces again? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
I don't think it's good, actually.
You just got aces twice in a row.
so he pushes all in. I call faster than a telemarketer trying to get you to extend your car's warranty. He has a little more than 500 in his stack, and he shows pocket kings. The flop brings 2 threes, a 7, turns a 9, rivers a 10, and we go back to back, aces up, aces and 3s, and take down another nice pot. Shout out to Isaac. That was a really big hand. He'd been playing really well to build up his stack to that point. It was great playing with the Isaac. Really good guy, class act. Hope I get to see him again at the table sometime.
Looked out pocket aces. Our aces hold up. Very next hand, pocket aces again. And we get all in against pocket kings pre-flop and get another, well, not only a double up, but we take him out. So, yeah, we're running pretty good here. So the table's been fun. We're having a good time. And, yeah, we're going to keep working at it.
In this hand, we look down at pocket 10s. Under the gun is already raised to $20. My buddy has made the call in the hijack position, and we decide just to go ahead and call here in the cutoff. We're off to a flop of ace, 6, ace. The original raiser checks. My buddy makes a bet of $20 rather quickly, and we're going to go ahead and make a quick call here as well. He could be betting with anything. In fact, he could have 2 wrestling trading cards for all I know. Speaking of wrestling, we ran into 80s and 90s WWF legend Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South. He was kind enough to take a picture with me on his way to some wrestling promotion. If you haven't seen one of my vlogs called Home Game, check it out. You'll notice one of my characters is closely designed after Jimmy Hart. But anyway, I digress. Back to the hand. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, I called the $20. Back to Under the Gun, who also makes the call. And we're off to a turn, which is an 8. Under the Gun checks. My buddy checks. I go ahead and bet out $45. I mean, it's possible I'm going to have an ace here, or a heart draw, a couple high cards. A lot of possibilities here. We have a pair. Likelihood of an ace is pretty low with 2 of them on board, so we feel pretty good after they check this time, and we put out a bet of $45. In relation to the pot, it's a pretty small bet. I'm hoping this helps me out on later streets, as both these players are pretty good, and they may see that as a value bet, especially if I continue betting on the river. I may believe that I have one of these aces. Under the Gun makes the call, and my buddy folds his wrestling cards. The river is a 3, and suddenly Under the Gun bets out $75. And I really can't put him on an ace. There's 2 hearts on board. He check called the flop. He check called the turn. So I think if he had an ace, he'd want to protect against the flush hitting. So he could very well have a flush draw and miss, 2 high cards and have missed. I can beat all those hands and simply call. However, I believe pocket jacks is definitely a possibility here. And I can't beat jacks with 10s unless I bet out. So I go ahead and bet out $300. And he quickly folds. He says, I missed, and we take down a nice pot. We're in another bomb pot here. We all have $10 in, so 80 in the middle. And the flop is 10, queen, 6. No idea what suits they are. I didn't take the notes on that. And we looked at our hand at a 10-6. What a flop. Checks over to under the gun, who bets out $50. Folds to me.
I'm all in.
The under the gun player only has 300. I am hoping to be able to isolate the under the gun player. Folds back over to him, and he says,
I have top time. I can't fold.
Oh,
Now I have top 2.
I got both.
Oh, mighty.
Why? They went to church.
Hey, Banjo.
so we take now one more big pot for the night. Both those last hands were against Paul Herrera, and he just recently started a new vlog, so check him out, PH34 Poker. I'll put a link to his channel down below, as well as a link for everybody else's channels that I mentioned in this vlog.
Doing a trick on fish. He's arguing with Feel the tail. All right. I'm not gonna react. I'm just gonna zoom.
She raised it to 15. I repopped her to like 1,000, and she's thinking about it. But look, you see?
You just made her go away, man.
See?
Hey, you gotta ride home or walk home. I'm not sure at this point.
Okay, well, that wraps up the vlog tonight. Had a blast. Filled all the tables here tonight. Lucky Lady, want to thank you so much for having us here. You guys were great hosts. Tim, floor manager, fantastic job getting everything set up. Really want to thank you. It was a great trip coming out to LA and meeting so many of you vlog watchers out there, followers, Instagram friends. Thanks for a really good time. Hope you enjoyed watching the vlog. When you're out in Vegas, please look me up and we'll see if we can get together. But as always, please smash that like button. Please hit subscribe, and we'll see you at the tables. Thanks.